Butch and Bob Show.
World famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. Bob, did you have any problems with the weather yesterday?
Not too bad.
Not too bad?
No. TV, like, had power, but you know, the rain kind of affects the TV every now and then.
Did you have a dish then?
I got a dish.
Yeah, it'll do that
right,
sometimes, yeah. You got a dish, it'll do
yeah,
that.
Missed up my soap opera, so
You
other
poor
than that,
thing.
yeah, that's all right. I downloaded it last night,
Okay.
watched it last night, so.
Miss it for a week and not miss hardly anything.
No, I caught up with it last night.
You got that addiction in college, and
That's
you've
right.
had it ever since, haven't you?
I still love that show.
Which one is that?
General Hospital.
General Hospital.
Yeah.
How many soaps are on today? I mean, it used to be just tons of them.
I
but
really don't know.
I don't know either. I have not, because I don't watch
General-
any of them. So.
I just know General Hospital still comes on at 2 o'clock.
And
on
you started
ABC.
watching that as a school project
Right,
in college?
and
been
I
watching
took
ever
a
since?
psychology class. And
Psychology class?
The class project was to watch a soap opera and find out why people get addicted. Well,
Why do people get addicted,
Nah,
Bob,
yeah,
since you are addicted?
because you just got to love those cliffhanger Fridays. It's just great. You know, back in the days, there was Luke and Laura. You know, the big wedding.
Yeah, that's a long time ago when Luke and
I
Laura
know,
was
but
there.
I got hooked. I got hooked ever since. See, that was back in the '70s. So,
Yeah.
I think 1979 was my junior year. I took that class. So, but anyway, I've been
you
watching
got
ever
hooked
since.
on General Hospital.
Got hooked on it.
in the
Been
70s
watching
and
ever
had
since. Yep.
That is amazing, Bob.
love it. I love the show. It's a good show. It's really getting good right now. Sonny's going off the rail, so it's good. It's good. It's a great show. The mobster, Sonny Corinthos. Everybody's turned on him.
Oh, they got mobsters and soaps now, huh?
Yeah, it's good. You know,
What?
it's been sad though. I mean,
Oh, what's so sad on General Hospital,
well,
Bob?
you know, the two sisters. You know, she got her sister to be the surrogate mother, and she was carrying her baby, and unfortunately, she fell out a window, fell in the pool, lost the baby. So it's been just really sad. They're going to have a baby girl, but the baby is dead. So
Oh man, they
And
did
it's
that
just-
on the TV
it's just
soap opera.
sad.
Killed a baby, y'all.
just tearjerkers, man. It's been tough. So it's got all kinds of emotions.
Oh yeah,
it's
you
good.
got all kinds of emotional
Yeah,
soap. It's always
yeah.
been that way.
You just don't know who they're going to kill off next. It's just
The actors can't demand too much money, or they may get written off. He's gonna get killed off. Can't even come back.
it's a classic. I highly recommend it to anybody who wants to.
And General Hospital's been around forever.
That's what I'm saying. He's been on. Always wins awards. You know, all type of Emmys. So I've been addicted ever since. Like I said, I was upset. You know, I had to get TV all day long until
And how did you download it? I didn't know you had the capability to do that.
you go on your phone.
You go on your phone,
Yep. You just go ABC.
and you watch it on your
You
phone,
go to abc.com, hit General Hospital, and it comes up the episode.
and you
comes
watch
up,
it on your phone
and
instead of
watch
the
it on
TV.
your-
Okay,
That's right, yeah.
all right.
Yep. Had to find out what's going on.
I had to find what was going on.
I had to know if the baby survived.
Matter of life and death.
Well, I had to know if the baby survived, and unfortunately, the baby didn't survive. It's sad.
Oh man.
So it's just tear jerkers everywhere. I mean, it's just a sad story. She was, ready to deliver the baby, but the bad person, Ava Jerome, pushed her out the window, and she has no memory of that. So I'm sure her memory will come back. So
How far was she along in
9
pregnancy?
months.
She was right at 9 months?
Yeah, she was about to have the baby.
Oh, jeez. Man, that's cruel.
Yeah, it's tough.
That is cruel.
These writers don't care. That's why they win awards. See?
Oh, jeez, that's cruel right there.
Great drama.
That's cruel.
Great drama. Great show.
Okay.
But I've been
well.
addicted, but I was able to catch up last night.
Boy, did we get a lot of rain yesterday. My pond is the fullest I think I've ever seen it. It's got drain off ditches around it, and they're all filled up, draining into the woods, and the pond's getting close to the top. And I don't know how many. Everybody had different inches. I had some people tell me they got 5 inches of rain, some 9 inches of rain. I don't know. It was a lot of rain yesterday. If anybody has a rain gauge out there and you checked your gauge this morning, tell me how much you got.
I'm sure
yesterday.
they got. Yeah. I said Donnie
Just
Ray
text
says,
it in at 912-427-3711.
Donnie Ray says there's a lot of roads that are non-passable. Said if you can stay home, stay home. Curious how the dirt roads are doing. The county's got a lot of dirt roads. So
I know this thing's got to be
so just
bogging.
haven't got any
A lot of
update on
mud
it.
bogging going on.
But didn't get anything new from the school, so it appears the schedule is still as it is as yesterday. The open house set for tomorrow and Thursday, first day of school. So
And you said that you think the city of Jesup still meeting today? I thought they were not meeting, but you said they are meeting.
I haven't got any announcement.
So is the city of Jesup, are y'all having y'all's meeting tonight? Let us know, because Bob's contacted 3 different people on the board.
I've
No one's
texted 3
returned.
people today. Nobody's told me.
No one's told you anything. So if the city of Jesup's having a meeting today, we need to know whether they are or not.
As far as I know, they're having it at 7 o'clock. Odom's canceled their meeting, and they're closed.
Yeah, Odom's
They've
having
rescheduled their meeting to the 13th, but the city of Jesup, as far as I know, their meeting's set for tonight at 7 o'clock at City Hall.
Okay, someone just texted in. They live on Highway 203, and they got 6.5 inches of rain yesterday. So if you have a rain gauge out there and you've kept up with it, just text us what you got. Text it in at 912-427-3711. And Bob, somebody just texted in. It says, see if I can find it. Love the show so far this morning. It's great to listen to laughter instead of negativity that's so rampant in our community. Thank you for the start to my day. Bob is actually laughing. I don't know if they've ever heard you laugh, Bob. He's laughed before, folks. It's very rare, but he does. Okay, someone just texted in they got 5 inches of rain yesterday. So we're right. That's the text I got this morning. Is they heard from folks that got anywhere from 5 to 9 inches of rain based on where you lived in the area. So I know it was a lot.
Everything I saw this morning is supposed to be worse today than it was yesterday. I mean, it's supposed to get.
Well, we're supposed to get about 2 inches of rain today, according to the National Weather Service at NOAA, which is around. We're supposed to get 2 inches. I think it's going to be harder, quicker, and then leave faster or something like that. Where yesterday it was from morning all day long. Matter of fact, when I got home yesterday afternoon, mid-afternoon, I said, the roads were starting, the paved roads were even starting to get it where the water from each side was coming up. Some people's yards look like ponds out there. And so I said, man, if it keeps this up, we're going to be in big trouble. Luckily, it slacked off some, and it's slacked now, but we've got, as the morning goes along, we got a greater chance of rain. We get up to about an 80% by 11 and then 100% this afternoon for several hours and gusty winds. So we'll see. Somebody on the Odom Scriven Road got 6.5 inches. Someone said they had to drain their pool twice. I remember those days when I used to have a pool. I used to have to drain on heavy rains like this. You get out there and you have to backwash it, and you flood your yard with more water than it's already got in it.
Good Lord.
Somebody got 8 3/4 inches of rain out by Rainier. Yeah, so we're getting up to that 9 inches. From the 5 to 9 inches from what I heard yesterday. And so we appreciate people sending all this in. If there's anybody else who's got any rain gauges out there, just tell us what you got over the last 24 hours at 912-427-3711 to text it in. Randy Frank said he got 7.2 inches of rain.
A lot of rain.
A lot of rain in that time period. And we're supposed to get about a couple inches a day, and hopefully that's all we'll get because there's nowhere else for that water to go. Yeah, so hopefully that's all we'll get. But the chance of showers increases. We've had light drizzle on and off all morning long, but it gets up to 100% by noon. Somebody has 6.5 inches in Scriven, so we're seeing the range in there.
How about the power? I heard a couple of people had some power outages.
That had to be from falling limbs because we didn't get that much wind yesterday.
I don't think there was a lot of power, but I heard from some people that had some power outages last night. So.
If anybody else had any problems with rain yesterday and the wind, text us in what kind of problems you had at 912-427-3711. And it's interesting to hear that somebody had to empty their pool a couple times. All right, well, I've already had 2 different people, Bob, who've wanted to get your thoughts on the dogs this year. Someone thinks that the Georgia Bulldogs have got a very, very tough schedule this year, and they want to know your thoughts on how they're going to do.
It's a pretty difficult schedule. Clemson's not going to be a pushover, but I think they'll handle that game. But they got 3 tough road games. They got to go to Texas, they got to go to Ole Miss, and they've got to go to Alabama. So I don't think they're going undefeated. I think they'll lose a game, maybe 2, but I think they make the playoffs and make a good run. So
I don't think they lose any, and they win the national championship again. Okay. I'm not
I'm glad you're that optimistic.
defeat to anybody.
I'm not that optimistic. The mailman's no longer there, so he was the magic man.
All right.
It's hard to win a national championship. Ohio State's loaded for bear. I know that. So
I guess Michigan lost all their great players from last year's.
They're supposed to be hitting with probation. Harbaugh yesterday in his press conference said, I don't know nothing about it, but they had that cheating scandal.
Yeah,
I wish I could
plead ignorant. I don't know.
Apparently, the guy they fired that was supposed to be the one doing all the cheating.
Right.
He's done a podcast or story.
Some sort of report on it.
I haven't been able to see it, but I heard that's pretty interesting because he gives his side of the story because he was the scapegoat. They fired him, but apparently the current coach who took Harbaugh's place, he's been implicated. He's supposedly involved as well, so I haven't really heard what the full punishment is. But Harbaugh, the head coach who knew everything that was going on, now, like I said, everybody knew he was bailing as soon as he won the national championship to Los Angeles Chargers. He had his press conference there. They asked him about it. I don't know nothing about it. No.
I was listening to our
I got amnesia. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was listening to our AM station coming in this morning, and they were talking about that. He was doing the George Costanza answer when George Costanza got caught by his boss,
right, exactly.
Steinbrenner. I didn't know I wasn't supposed to do that. I know nothing about it.
Come on, Harbaugh. Come on. At least stand up for the guy that took your place. But they threw him under the bus as well. So really hadn't heard what the sanctions are. I don't think it's anything serious, but I said they knew what was coming down. So, but like I said, I'm looking forward to the football season. That first game against Clemson is going to be fun. I said,
is that at home?
It's at the Mercedes-Benz.
It's the kickoff.
It's 12 noon, August 31st. Less than 25 days away.
One of that classics or something?
It's
the Peach Classic or something like that?
I think it's the kickoff
Chick-fil-A Classic or
something like that. Yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
But it's a 12 noon game. But there's several marquee games that day. So, like I said, college football is here. Excited. 12-team playoffs going to be fun to watch. See who all gets in. I said, how many SEC teams make it? Most believe 4. Some say 5, but most are pretty much assured that 4 of the SEC teams are going to be in that top 12. And they got Georgia in there, they got Texas in there, they got Ole Miss and either Alabama or Missouri. Missouri's got an easy schedule, so they got a good football team, good coach. So be interested how it all plays out. But I think the toughest game is that Ole Miss game. Lane Kiffin's got
not Texas.
I think
it'd be Texas.
I don't think Sarkisian's that good of a coach. He don't impress me.
You going to go to the Ole Miss this year so you can go through the Grove?
You never
gone through the Grove, have you?
I haven't been to the Grove. I heard it's the place to be. So
it's the first place to be, Bob.
As my friend Kenny Bryant told me years ago, you're going to get to that point where it's easier to stay home and watch it on TV. And I am at that point.
You're at that point.
Everything's so expensive. I mean,
it is.
I mean, it's amazing what they want for tickets and
travel and the food and all that. You spend a fortune just to go watch a bunch of kids play a game.
I got a good friend who's got a nice sports porch, and you just show up.
At the sports
people bring
porch.
food, and they got beverages, and they got several TVs, other games.
Yeah.
I mean,
the sports porch.
It's a 5-minute drive home. No wait for the line, just no traffic. So I've fallen in love with the sporch porch thanks to my good friend. So
you just go ahead and do that. Just hang on the sports porch. And I don't blame you at all, Bob. Don't blame you at all.
I have had a friend of mine. I am making a trip, though, October. I've had a childhood. I've never seen South Bend, Indiana. So,
you never have?
No, so I've got an opportunity to go see Notre Dame and Stanford October the 12th. There's no high school football game that weekend, so I've already made plans to do that. So, like I said, growing up Catholic, growing up a big Notre Dame fan,
right.
I still kick myself for not going when Georgia went there, but an opportunity's come up to go see the stadium and go to South Bend and see Touchdown Jesus, so I'm looking forward to that. That's my one big trip that I definitely got planned. So
all right.
That's going to be fun.
Well, I heard on Georgia's sports this morning that Georgia is ranked number 1 going into the season.
I told him we'd be like Ned Beatty and that movie Rudy. When Ned Beatty says, "This is the most beautiful sight these eyes have ever seen," it's going to be me. So,
no, Sanford Stadium's the most beautiful sight, Bob.
Touchdown Jesus in person.
I know, being a Catholic, that would be a big thing for you.
I've seen Sanford Stadium many times.
Many times, but you've never
gorgeous.
seen that in person there.
Sanford Stadium at night's a lot of fun. I like the night games.
Yeah.
But I would like to go see the Grove. Like I said, that's on the bucket list as well because they say
Bob, you're not getting any younger, so. You're not even 65 yet, so don't even worry about it. I turned 70 in a couple of weeks.
I turned 65 in September.
Yes, you did.
You're getting bombarded with all those Medicare, Medicaid.
Yeah, you'll be going to Medicare and Medicaid, getting off private insurance and getting on, like me, on Medicare and Medicaid. All that starts in September for you.
Killing me. Just every time I go to my mailbox, it's all in there.
Yeah, it's in there. I mean, I had to sign up for 5 years ago, and so I've been on Medicare and Medicaid now for right at 5 years. And let's see here. We got other ones that come in. Someone text in. They got 7 inches of rain off of Chapman Plantation Road. Somebody on Lanes Bridge Road, a half a mile north of Satilla, got 5 inches yesterday and 3 during the night for a total of 8 so far, if I get my math right there. Somebody in the last 24 hours got 7.5 inches of rain at Penholloway Creek.
Anybody from the city?
Okay, according to the City of Jesup's Facebook page, the city commissioners have postponed their August 6th meeting. Yeah, I thought I'd heard that yesterday. It got postponed. According to the City of Jesup's Facebook page, the city commissioners have postponed their August meeting. No date set at this time.
It would have been nice to get that email.
Will the Wayne County High School football team still have their scrimmage game this week?
Look, everything's up in the air.
Everything's up in the air, folks.
Softball game tomorrow's up in the air. You don't know kind of field. You just don't know how much rain you're going to get today. So
yeah, we don't know. It's supposed to be 2 inches, but it could be more than that. I mean,
I guess we should say everything tentatively.
Everything's tentatively set. If they're tentatively set up for what date?
Well, the softball's tentatively set up for tomorrow. The football game's scheduled for Thursday at Effingham County. That's the schedule.
And if it is at Effingham, do we broadcast that?
Yeah,
we will broadcast that if they do play up there in Effingham.
Plan to be there. Unfortunately, my sidekick won't be with me. He's on a trip.
He's on a trip?
Yep.
Okay.
So he's floating down the river in Europe.
He's doing what?
He's on a big river cruise.
Oh, river cruise. Okay, river cruise in Europe. Down. I get those brochures ever so often, or the emails on those. Those big long boats that you go on the rivers in Europe and see all those historic sites.
Big group of Wayne Countyans that are on that trip currently. Him and his wife are on that trip.
Who else is on it? I
thought several people.
Just several people.
Yeah, there's a group of
them
got together. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm not sure who all. I know it's several couples.
Well, that's always good to go with a big group like that.
I just know my sidekick won't be here.
Your sidekick will not be here for Friday night if they have the scrimmage game there, which they should by Friday night. I mean,
Thursday.
Thursday night. Right. Well, it's really according to what the condition of the field is.
Right. It's
the condition of the field.
I mean, watching the Savannah news, the Savannah's getting pounded. So, I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, so I'm not sure what Spring Effingham, I'm sure they're close to, so like I said, everything's tentative right now. But good to know I don't have to go to a city meeting tonight. But I didn't get that email, so I appreciate them letting. Like I said, I texted several people this morning, never got a response.
Well, the problem is you didn't get you sent text messages to 3 different people of the city council, and none of them responded back to you, Bob. That's not good.
It's not unusual.
3 people that you thought were your friends, and they did not respond to your text message. Are y'all having a meeting tomorrow night or tonight if you did it this morning?
They may still be in bed.
They still be in bed. It's just Bob. I ain't answering him.
Well, it's good to know.
Poor Bob.
Good to know.
No respect at all.
No meeting tonight.
Oh boy.
Mm-hmm. So, like I said, the girls' softball game is scheduled for tomorrow at 5:30.
Tomorrow? And that's here?
Here against Richmond Hill.
How does our field drain? Pretty good?
I'm not sure. I don't know if they got a tarp on that softball field or not. But
And I think it really has to do a lot how much rain we get today. Because right now, if you take a look at the clouds, we're like in an open area, and as each cloud goes by, they get closer and closer until they encircle us around mid-morning. And then 80% chance of rain about 11, and then 100% chance of rain at 12, 1, 2.
All right.
And but it's just circling into us like a big circle. It just, the circle's closing in on us as the rain gets closer and closer. But hopefully, I don't know if we can take another day of up to 8 inches of rain again.
Big news is Kamala's supposed to pick her vice president candidate today. I'm not sure when that announcement's coming. It was coming sometime today. So it'll be interesting who she decides who's going to be her running mate. Any thoughts on that?
None.
None. I think she's picking the guy from Pennsylvania personally, Shapiro, the governor from Pennsylvania. That's who I think she's picking.
Think so? The governor from Pennsylvania tried to get the Pennsylvania votes.
Right. He's very popular.
Just like Trump picked a guy from Ohio to try to get the Ohio votes.
He's very popular in Pennsylvania, so Pennsylvania's a key state, so that's who I think she's picking.
Okay.
That's my thoughts.
Yeah. I was listening to something yesterday. They say that people today live in two different worlds. They live in the matrix world and they live in the reality world. The matrix world is their social media life and everything on social media. That's the matrix. Okay? And then reality is the everyday life that we have to live. Not on our phones, not on our computers, not on our tablets, not in the matrix. The matrix is different than reality is, and people live in those two different worlds. They got their faces buried in the screen, so they're in the matrix, and then they get out of the screen and they go back to reality.
Neither one of us are in social
Neither one
media,
of us are in the matrix because neither one of us have social media now. Now, I do look at videos on YouTube about subjects that I'm interested in, but I don't have I'm not in that matrix of social media and stuff like that.
Like I said, my niece set me up on Instagram, but all I do is get pictures.
You just get
her.
pictures from her because it comes on your screen. You don't
right,
respond any type of way. You just get pictures on a regular basis from your relatives on your.
I got all these requests, but I just, like I said, I don't say anything, so it doesn't faze me. So
yeah,
but I don't have Facebook, thank goodness.
Yeah, I don't have Facebook, Instagram, X, or former Twitter. I don't have any of that kind of stuff. I don't live in the matrix, Bob. I just, you and me, we live in reality 24 hours a day. A lot of people spend half their day in the matrix and half their day in reality. And I just thought that was a very interesting take on what people do today with social media. I just thought that was apropos.
As long as my TV's working, it's good.
You live in the matrix there.
I don't need Facebook.
But you not have an interaction with
especially with college football about to crank up. Definitely need my TV. NFL football's about to crank up preseason. Be fun to see what the Falcons do.
Yeah, they're Friday night, right? Falcons have their first
Dolphins,
preseason game.
Michael Penix, the number one pick, even though they spent all that money for Kirk Cousins. So it's going to be interesting how that quarterback battle goes.
Yeah.
Everything I read in Los Angeles, Stetson's doing extremely well in Los Angeles.
That's good to hear Stetson's doing good. I guess he needed that year off to kind of refocus.
Yep. I mean,
after all that pressure for 2 years,
And thank goodness the Rams organization, gave him that.
Yeah.
So
hats off to the owner and the coach there.
I said the owner is in love with him. Coach McVay likes him, so he's in a good spot. It's interesting. I asked Kirby yesterday if he had a choice to pick two players, one offense, one defense, to start a team. Who would he pick? Of course, he picked two dogs. He picked Matthew Stafford on offense, and he picked Roquan Smith on defense. So I thought that was a good answer.
Wow. Okay.
And Stafford still got that rocket arm.
Still got it, huh? Still got it. Yes, sir. Yeah, still got it.
Had it ever since he showed up in Athens.
Yeah.
From Texas.
Born with that rocket arm.
He's got a cannon. He can fling it.
You look at the shoulders and the arms of some of those football players, and you say, oh, man, how can they do that? And then they throw that ball, and you wonder how in the world. Now, some of them have got some pretty good-sized cannons, but some of them, just like regular arms, It's not looking at a tennis player where if they're right-handed, their left arm looks normal, and their right arm looks like they've been, got steroids in it, where it's so much bigger in their left arm from playing tennis all those years. A lot of football players, a lot of the quarterbacks, they look pretty normal. A lot of them do. Some of them got that rocket-looking arm, but many of them just have a normal-looking arm. You wouldn't suspect that they can throw the ball 70 yards down the field. And where they aim it. It's one thing about flinging it a long ways. It's flinging it where you want it to be.
And I saw where Dak Prescott showed up for camp, but he still doesn't have a contract. So,
wow, no contract for Dak at Dallas.
And Jerry Jones still hasn't wrote that check. So, doesn't look like he's going to write the check. Looks like he's going to play out the year and then go elsewhere and get the check. So, but he wants $60 million a year.
He wants $60 million a year. What's the highest quarterback right now that just got signed?
55.
Love, 55.
55.
Zach ain't worth that because he doesn't get you through the playoffs.
Jordan,
if you're looking for regular season wins, yeah, but if you're looking to win some playoffs, he doesn't do it.
The only quarterback worth what that's worth is Patrick
Mahomes.
None of these quarterbacks, but they say it's the market. Must be nice. But Dak says if they're paying him 55, I want 60. But so far nobody's bit. So
well, I can understand Dak that because Love really hadn't proved himself yet, you know.
Jerry Jones, well, Dak hasn't either. I mean, Dak hasn't.
Well, he's proven himself more than Love has.
Has gotten in the playoffs very well, so that's what they want. They want Super Bowls. It's amazing how long it's been since Dallas won a Super Bowl.
They're still they're the most the highest valued sports team in America, and they ain't won squat since the 90s.
They're still making money now.
But they're making money.
They're making big time money.
Yeah, it's amazing how much money they're making, and they haven't won squat. Nothing. If Jerry Jones can get an A+ for making money, he gets a F in getting to the Super Bowl.
Yeah. His problem is he just meddles too much. That's his problem.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He treats it as a toy.
Yeah, it's just a plaything for him.
Yeah, just needs to step away.
He's not going to do it. I don't think he's done it by now. He's not going to do it at all. Well, Bob, anything else on your mind this morning?
I'm just glad to know the city's not meeting tonight. So,
okay. All right. Have a good day. And, folks, do a favor. When Bob texts you for something information, please send an answer back to him so we can pass that information along to our listeners. To you folks out there who get texts from Bob on important community news and situations. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show here on WIFO 105.5 FM in Jesup, brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply and by First Southern Bank.